Hi there, this is Christine with Stampin' Up! And this is the second of two cards that I've made with the July Paper Pumpkin kit for our class. So for my subscribers, so you'll have received in your kit this other envelope with, let's see what's in here. So you've got thick white 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. That is our first layer. Sorry, our card base. I suppose it's a layer, but it's really the card base. So I'm just gonna burnish that fold and set it aside. So we don't need it just yet. And what else have we got in here? We've got an embossed piece of basic white. So this is the In the Clouds embossing folder, which is just so gorgeous. I don't know if you can see the texture on here, but it's kind of got lines and clouds. So that'll be our bottom layer. Then we've got a piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock. We have then got two pieces of cardstock. So this is Coastal Cabana, which is just a shade lighter, but in the same family. And then we've got, oh dear, this is the new one, Starry Sky. Sorry, I need to check. It's going to bug me if I don't. Starry Sky. I'm learning them. Sorry for the noise there. Okay, Starry Sky cardstock. So I've used the die from the Scalloped Contours dies to make these scallops. So this is kind of the reverse side of those scallops. This is what's left after I've made two of these, which is something, I'll be making something with this at some point. I just don't know what yet. So we've got those pieces. Then we've got the same as the other card. We've got the punched white and vellum. And this very thin, long rectangle is for our sentiment. So that goes over there. You'll remember that you've got a bottle stopper from the other card that we made. So that is also necessary. So this is the card we're making. Again, not a complicated card at all. So let's assemble. So I'm going to glue this layer down right now. Both sides look great. It's really up to you on which side you prefer. I'm gonna go with, I'm choosing one. If you're curious on the orientation, the lines under the clouds is kind of like the bottom, if that makes any sense. The clouds are fluffiest on top. So I am centering that on my card base, or attempting to center that on my card base. Okay, I'll put that up here so you can follow along more easily. Now I wanted to make a distinction between the water and the sky. So to do that, what we're gonna do is grab your paper about, I don't know, 1 centimeter from the side, and we're just gonna tear it. So it's gonna be kind of rough and unpredictable and have layers. And it doesn't matter if it's, well, it's not gonna be straight. That's the whole idea. It's gonna look a bit like choppy waters. Here we go. No two will be alike. So that's that. So we're gonna glue that layer here. And then it's more easy to distinguish between the sky and the water. So I'm just lining it up. There we go. I'm on the bottom. Now, these next two pieces are going to be possibly different lengths. So you're going to want to line them up in a way that you like. and that's not going to work. So I definitely want this one here. And I want to offset it a little bit, but I can't offset it too much because, so I've got, in your kits, you'll kind of have the same length, but in mine, I was kind of playing with scraps and yeah. I know I'm gonna need to cut, but where? Okay, I'm gonna cut here. So you can use your snips or a cutting board to snip off what you don't want. There we go. It's the only complicated part about this card, I promise. Okay. So I'm gonna glue this layer down all the way flush to the bottom. Yeah, it's fine. So I'm just gonna put glue at the back of that one. Because I was using that die to cut my pieces, they're not all the same. Yes, that's fine. They're not all the same length. So anyways, we're trying. You'll have to lay them out and see what looks good to you and how you want to go ahead. I think these are the most random ones that I kept for myself. They should be a little bit more uniform for you guys. Okay, and then we've got this blue piece. Now, before I put the blue piece down, let's do our bottle. So same as the other one, we're going to use the scroll and stamp inside the bottle. So I'm using the Bermuda Bay ink pad, but it is the same color as what you've got on your ink spot in the kit. There we go. And I'll put this away. Now I'm going to put a glue dot on the bottom of the scroll and on the top. Oh, it stayed stuck. I will do it this way, or not. Goodness gracious. There we go. Telling you, dreaded glue dots. Oh, for the love of God. That one got all scrunched up. I'm not going to use that. I wonder if maybe my ink is still a bit too wet. There we go. Stay put, you. Okay. And then I'm going to put my vellum on top. And we're going to add our cork. So same as the last one, I'm going to put just a small dab of glue. And the glue goes on the white, not on the vellum. The vellum's just still floating. There we go. And I'm going to cut off the excess. There. Now we're done with that scrap. Okay. I'm going to do the exact same as the other and add some thread. 1, 2, and tie on 3. If we were doing this in person, you'd see that I have my tongue stuck out while I'm trying to do this. Not while I'm talking, but there we go. Good enough. Okay. And I'm just going to cut off the excess. Then so we're going to put dimensionals under this piece. so that it's raised up, and we're going to put our bottle so that it's floating like so. So you can put some whatever adhesive you like on the back of your bottle. I'm just going to put a little bit of that. Now, it's just for positioning. I want to make sure it's not too low. So before I press it down, there, that'll do. And then I'm going to put dimensionals under this piece and pop that up. All right. Had to find them. I don't know about you, but my dimensionals are always Frankensteined, as I just need a little piece here or a little piece there, and I just slice the heck out of them. But that's okay, that's what they're for. These ones are harder to peel off. I think they're from one of the Paper Pumpkin kits. Sometimes they're easier to do than others. All right, so the secret to lining this up is to line it up on the bottom without it being stuck down. I'm just gonna, there we go. And then when you're happy with it, just tip it. And there we go. Now we've got a floating bottle. So now we need a sentiment. I did Thinking of You, which I will do again. This one here. And that is going to go on this skinny piece of paper here. It's just a tiny bit bigger than 1/4 inch. And I promise it is big enough. So just line up your stamp. There we go. Now you can glue that down flat, or you can put it on dimensionals. Excuse me, pop it up a bit. I'm going to do that because I love my dimensionals. This is why they're Frankenstein. All right. So I've just got 3 little pieces here. There we go. If you use your scissors a lot to cut these types of things and you notice that they get a bit gunked up, I use rubbing alcohol and one of those cleansing pads to like clean your face. So just a bit of rubbing alcohol and that, and the glue comes right off the scissors. That's not straight. Oh dear. There we go. Straight enough. So that is our second card. So I hope you like these, and I hope they inspire you to keep using the materials in your kit to make other fun cards, because I love the theme of this card, of this set. Sorry, I just thought of this. If you want to make your bottle look a little bit more weather worn, you can fray your linen thread just by taking it apart a bit with your fingers, your nails, whatever, and just undoing the strands a bit, and it'll have a frayed look, so a little more weather worn. So thanks for watching, and let me know if you have questions. One other thing I'll add is it is celebration time, which means that for every $60 Canadian you spend, you get to choose celebration items from the brochure, and that includes prepaid Paper Pumpkin subscriptions. So what I normally do is I get a 6-month prepaid subscription, I get the celebration items, and then when I renew, it's celebration again, which is awesome. I love this twice-a-year celebration thing. So food for thought. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks.